Hello, hello. You are watching the YouTube channel of Taylor Muscle, founder of the Women's Muscle Movement, developing mindsets for resilience and optimal living. Hello. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Alexa Ray Taylor, and I'm here to help you as well as journey with you as we both together journey closer towards mindsets of resilience. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the various intermittent fasting experiments that I have done on myself, and I'll share with you the pros, the cons, and basically how it worked out for me. So, to begin with, I will start with the standard 8-hour eating window. I forgot which protocol that is or what the name is, but 8-hour eating window, 16-hour fast. So I did that for a while. I did that in the beginning, and it was really cool. For me, it doesn't feel like I'm intermittent fasting really. Like it almost feels like a regular day. And it's quite easy. In the beginning, there may be some adjustments, getting used to it, but I found for myself that 8-hour eating window is quite easy. It's just like a normal day. Okay. Then I minimized that window. So I did 6 hours and I did 4 hours. Now 4 hours is quite tough, because you're getting a lot of food in 4 hours, but it can also be really satisfying as well. There's also another 4-hour protocol that I'll mention a little bit later in this video, but yeah, so 4 hours midday, I'd start eating, let's say at 2 o'clock and then finish at 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6, 2 plus 4 is 6, and I do that, so I from 2 to 6 basically, and in midday it was kind of interesting, and depending on how late you stay up, you may end up being hungry towards the night, and then to go to bed hungry, I've heard many people complain about it, and I know for myself it can kind of be like hard to get to sleep when you're hungry. So yeah, 4 hours was a bit tough midday. And then I did 6 hours. 6 hours is good. 6 hours, I also can get really lean on a 6-hour fast, or 6-hour eating window. And 6 hours isn't that hard. You just have 2 meals, separate them by, 2.5 hours, and you're done, which is cool. It is a little bit different, like a little tougher than the 8-hour eating window, because you have that flexibility. In 6 hours, you kind of have to make sure you're scheduling it right. Okay, so you eat now, and if you forget, then 4 hours, later, or maybe 5 hours later, then you're rushing to prep your meals because, oh shit, yeah, I only got an hour left or a half hour left. I don't know about you, but I take quite a while to eat. So yeah, for 6 hours, you kind of got to make sure you're on top of it. So then the other 4-hour protocol that I mentioned was the warrior diet, which is basically when you wait until nighttime to eat. So you're eating at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, depending on your schedule and your lifestyle. That one I liked a lot, but it is quite tough. And depending on what you do during the day, it can be even more tougher. So if you're on your feet a lot, you're going to be getting into a huge caloric deficit, and you're going to feel very hungry by the time you or you may feel very hungry. I don't know exactly what you will feel, but you may feel very hungry by the time you get to 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. With that one, super lean, got super lean. And I even did that when I was doing the high carb vegan experiment, so I was eating lots of carbs. As I say, as I say for myself, that carbs really bloat me, and I'm really carb sensitive in that area. And I got super lean with the warrior diet. I also find with the warrior diet that it's just simpler for dieting because, generally it's like a 4-hour window. Typically you can finish in 2 or 3 hours, but, and you do that, so you're only eating in 2-3 hours, 4 hours, and it's towards the end of the night, so you're going to be going to sleep anyway. And so if you're dieting, you never feel deprived because you didn't eat anything throughout the day. And here it is, 7 o'clock. Now you're eating a bunch of stuff and you're going to be full, you're going to be satisfied, and you're going to, you know, be prepared to go into the next day. So that's what I found with the warrior diet. It's really cool in that aspect of it's easy to diet. After you get past that period of that long fast throughout the day and you get used to it, yeah. What I find with that one is I thought I'd get really, really hungry and just almost want to like eat a bunch of food, but I didn't find that to be the case. I actually would eat and it would be like, okay, I know I need to get more macros in. I'm full, but I gotta get more macros in. So it's like, hey, it's an excuse to kind of be able to eat a little bit more past your hunger, your feelings of hunger. And some may say that's bad or that's good or whatever, but it is what it is. So that's the warrior diet. But I don't do that one because, as I said, it's kind of tough to go throughout the whole entire day and wait till 7. And it does take a longer extended period, I've found, to adjust to than like typical 8-hour, 6-hour eating window. Okay, I haven't tried Eat Stop Eat. I haven't done that one yet. That one doesn't too much appeal to me. That's when you basically fast for 1 hour or not 1 hour, 24 hours, and you eat the next day and then maybe fast another 24 hours, or you can just do it two fasting days a week, so 2 24-hour periods a week. Yeah, that one's just never really appealed to me, and I'm a little concerned with even going that route just due to my history. I don't want to excite anything, you know. So those have been my intermittent fasting experiments. The 4-hour midday, 6-hour, you know, midday, 8-hour throughout the day, and 4 hours at night protocol. Currently, what I do is I vary it. I do between 6 and 8 hours of an eating window, and it just depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on, you know, if I want to stay more lean. It just all depends. What I've found also is, going back to being simple, is setting a time is easier than leaving it by whim for myself. But I also understand the idea of just pushing it, like pushing, you know, your eating window until later on in the day, and then starting whenever you start to feel really, really hungry. I typically start my eating at 2 or 3 o'clock. Like, I do have a little bit of variation in it, 2 or 3, and that's when I start to eat. And I find that that's helpful to have a set time, because maybe the day before you didn't eat, you know, as much fiber or something. And so throughout this next day, you're starting to feel more hungry. You know, the following day, you're starting to feel more hungry. And then you feel hungry sooner. And so then you eat sooner. And it's just so up and down. So I find that if I just set that time, say 2 or 3, no matter what is what I'm going to eat, it just makes the process easier. It also helps my body to adjust to a schedule of when it's going to be fasting, when it's going to be eating, and things like that. So that's my experiments. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.